you guys, hope you're doing so well. Earlier this week, I had shared a really quick mini hair tutorial to my Instagram stories, and I didn't think it was gonna be received too well because I just figured it's something that everyone already knows how to do. But so many of you actually tried my technique and loved it and asked me to save the story to my highlights. But it was just such a rough Instagram story that I decided I would refilm it and put it on YouTube so you guys can reference it whenever you want. So I'm gonna do that today. I just washed my hair. It's still a little damp, but I have no product in it. I've just brushed it out, and I'm gonna show you exactly which products I use, how I dry my hair, and then how I curl my hair, so you have a full routine from scratch on how I get really big, bouncy, voluminous curls that last for days. So starting off, I like to put a little product in my hair, especially when it's freshly clean, because my hair is really fine and really soft, so it doesn't have that grit that you need to kind of hold curls for days. So I am using the Marc Anthony Dream Big Volume 7-in-1 Thickening Treatment Foam, and it's supposed to give you weightless volume, fullness, plump, lift, and then also strengthen, nourish, hydrate, and hold. So I'm not 100% sold on this mousse, but it's what I have, so I'm finishing it. So I put out like a golf ball size and let it expand. That's all I'm going to use. And then I just take a little bit on my fingers at a time and work it through just the top of my head. I don't really bother putting it back here. So now that I applied the mousse to my roots, I just go in and really massage it in and try and drag it through the length of my hair, just up until I would say around my ear. I don't really worry about the ends too much. And I do this so that it's really well dispersed and there aren't individual areas that feel more producty than others. I want my hair to feel still clean, and so if you disperse a really little amount of product, it does the job while still letting you touch your hair and run your fingers through it and not feel like there's something grimy in there. So now I'm ready to dry my hair, and I really just do this roughly. My point of drying it is not to smooth my hair. I don't go in with a brush or anything. I just lift my hair, dry it, and try and get as much air into it as possible. I really, like I said, just want to make it dry so I can go ahead and curl it. There's no technique to this part whatsoever. Okay, so my hair is dry. As you saw, there was no rhyme or reason to how I was drying my hair. I had no method to it. There's just a lot of like hair movement and hair flipping. And like I said, that's because I just wanted to keep my hair really full and fluffy and not really smooth it out too much with a brush. I just want to dry it so it's ready to go in with my curling iron. What you're going to do all the way around your head is you're going to curl all your pieces towards the back. On this side, if I put the iron on top, it's going to curl towards my face. So on this side, I need to put my iron underneath. Another thing to keep in mind is how you actually lay the strand on the iron. So for example, if I need a good strand of hair. So say I'm working with this strand, I could lay it like this and then wrap the hair around and make sure it's still laying flat as I work my way down. But I don't want to do this because this is going to give me kind of like ringlet dolly curls. So instead what you're going to do is grip the hair in one bunch and never let go of this grip. You can slide down your hair, but never open your fingers. So then what happens is when the iron's here and I'm wrapping the hair around, I'm not letting it go, I'm just sliding it down. And then this way, the hair wraps around, kind of rotating on its own. And then this gives you more of that effortless wave that you're looking for rather than a ribbon curl. If you wanted the ribbon curl, then by all means, wrap it so it's straight down the barrel, but I don't want that. So I wanted to show you guys that before we begin, and the iron's hot and it's a little bit more likely that I burn myself. So now I'm gonna plug in my wand and show you exactly how this all turns out. So I'm just tying up my hair so it is out of the way. I just put up the area on top of my ears. And now with that bottom section, I'm gonna split it into two right down the middle. And these are the first two sections I'm gonna work with. So my iron is heating. It's heating to 180, I believe. And I'm going to spray it really lightly with some heat protectant. This is just from TRESemmé. Another thing that you can do at this point is spray your hair with hairspray. And if you find that your curls don't last or they fall out easily, then priming your hair with hairspray before you curl it will help it last longer. And my iron's heated now, so I'm gonna start taking sections of hair, 1 or 2 inch sections, and I'm gonna go around the back of my head and wrap the hair, just leaving out about 2 inches, but I'm not gonna leave this stick straight. Towards the end, when I'm getting ready to pull my hair out, I'm just gonna wrap this back and forth around the iron just to give it a little bit of shape and then drop it. And that is what I'm looking for. So now that I've gotten to the strands of my hair that you're going to see the most, I'm really particular with where I actually place the curl. So with this section here, instead of starting the curl really close to my root, thinking that it'll give me volume, I actually want to start the curl more here, so the volume is this way rather than this way. So if I was to curl up here, it wouldn't actually give me that volume that I think it would give me. It would just kind of create like a kink in my hair going upwards, and I don't want that. So instead, I'm going to place the iron close to eyebrow height and just curl it there. And then I'll show you how the curl ends up being at such a perfect position then. So again, just holding it for a little while, letting it go. And now my wave or my curl is right here where I want it. So it's gonna be horizontal volume rather than having this kind of shape all the way up here. This, because it's at the very front of my head, I'm gonna start by smoothing the top first, just so there's no kinks and it all flows in one direction. And then just one wrap, and I'm gonna slide my hair all the way down. So the front piece I curled the same way, but I kind of like this to be more flat instead of having too much curl to it. So what I like to do is take the same clip, pull the hair straight, and just clip it down so my hair cools in this shape. And then I can clip all of these back up too, so these retain volume and this smooths out. So now that all my curls are in place, before I take them out of these clips, I'm actually gonna spray them with hairspray. I'm using the TRESemmé Invisible Hold Texture Hold Level 1. This one will give you less of like a crunch to your hair. And now I'm gonna start with the back sections, the ones that I did earliest, and take them out. So actually the earliest ones were these. And I'm just gonna let them drop. I'm not gonna touch them too much yet. So this is what we're left with, really, really shiny curls. And I'm gonna show you two different things that you can do. So on this side, I am going to actually brush out my hair and show you the kind of wave that you get. And on this side, I'm gonna finger comb it and show you the kind of wave that you get. So here goes nothing. I'm really just being rough with it. Again, trying to get as much volume and air into the hair as possible. So as you can see, really, really beautiful. They're all going in the same direction, but they just look really separated and voluminous. And I'll show you how to kick this up a notch too. But on this side, so first of all, there's the difference. And on this side, what I'm gonna do is actually brush it out. So when you brush it out, it just creates a much softer Hollywood type wave, especially when you've curled all the hair in the same direction. So do you see how now if I go through and I put those clips here and here, it'll create that really soft Hollywood curl versus this. So I'm actually just gonna mess this up and I'm gonna brush this through also so they match. And now I'm gonna show you how to create extra volume. So this is a product that you want to use sparingly. It's the Marc Anthony Dream Big Volume Volumizing Super Powder. The reason why you want to use it sparingly is because it does feel gritty, but it creates amazing, amazing texture. So I'm just going to hold it about that far away. You can see the powder come out. I'm going to diffusely spray it through my hair. And then I'm going to focus it right here in the crown area to give me even more grit and hold. And I'll show you, once you rub it in, you never wanna go like this to your hair. I've seen people do that all the time and you're literally just like fraying your hair. It's a terrible thing to do. So really just shake it. Don't, like in Urdu, the word is ragar. Don't rugger it. Okay, so you can see how full, how separated and big that is versus this side. So I'm gonna do the same. And again, I just use this sparingly, didn't use a lot at all. And I'll show you what would happen if I used more and did a couple more things to add volume. And it's already so much bigger. And if I flip my head over, you'll see how much air I get into my hair and how much more volume I get. So let's do that. I'll actually take these clips out now too. And as you can see, it is just huge, huge, huge hair. So that's all for this video. You are now drowning in a sea of big hair and these curls are going to last you for days. So I hope you liked it. Please let me know what you thought and also let me know what you would like to see next. I really hope that this was valuable to you and I will talk to you soon. Bye.